Hello, everybody. This is Josh Bycer from GameWisdom.com. Welcome to the first of what will no doubt be several plays of Duskers, the Dirty Tech roguelike from Misfits Attic. Those of you watching this recorded, this is taken from my live stream, GW Bycer, most nights at 10 Eastern. This play, I think we're going to probably go a little bit longer than most. We'll try to keep these to about, I want to say, an hour's worth for each video. This one may be a little bit longer, though. Anyway, before we get going, just making sure that the Twitch stream is actually working. Okay. No, we don't need a tutorial. I just need a little help thing to remind me of some of these commands. There's also a hidden Game Wisdom centric command that Tim was kind enough to put in. I'll show you how to do that at some point during this play. I've cleared my data a few times just so that we can start this fresh. Now what? Okay, there we go. Whew. Sure. Thought the game was going to work there for a second. All right. What do we have? Jeff, Ron, and Orson. Motion gather. We have. Oh, we do have an interface. That's good. Motion sensor. Gather. Looks good. Now they've changed things around over early access now. Each ship has different amounts of inventory space and modules that can be equipped, as well as a max scrap capacity. So this ship only can hold 48 pieces of scrap. So we have 2 of 50. By 1 we can create gather, generator, tow, because those are the 3 basics. Now, since this has no infestation, as you can see by the 0 on the right, means that it's free to explore. Okay. They changed the color. Tab to switch through. First thing I want to do is just create an emergency. This is a part that can always take a little bit long as I'm trying to get used to everything again. No flag, I'm using alias. Format, door number, airlock, drone, here to Gauss. Did they change things around? I remember it used to be a little bit easier to set this up. Status swap, navigate. So Here you go. Oh, so aliens lets you alter it. Okay. That's just an emergency I can use to move everyone around if need be. Okay. 232R2. Now I get 1 to R3. Three to R4. Nothing too fancy here. Oh, I'm messing up my typing so much during this play. So now I can use my N. So you just do navigate all. But since I have a command set up, we're just going to do that. Alright, nothing bad happened there, of course, because that was just a 0 infestation threat ship. So let's see, what's next? This sort of gives an idea of a story. So we'll go to salvage. Probably make our way to Southpaw if possible. Now this one does have an infestation, so it means there will be a threat here. Dormant drone found in R2. Crew 4. Alright. So we know there is a threat in here somewhere. I can use motion to look at the nearby rooms. Oh, so now we know that there is an enemy in R2. 2, 2, 1. And 1 to R3. Turn on the power at least. Need to lure whatever's in that one to an airlock. It's the only way we'll be able to stop it. Yeah. 2 to R3. Generator. I'm gonna try and get it from this side first. There's a thought. The second I see the motion move, I can close that door. There we go. So he's now trapped there. We want to drag that drone. And you get him to R2. Only did the Gauss. So Tim has a stun and a interface. One. Yeah, that's right. I can redock if I wanted to. R1 is always going to be your ship. Okay. And then we end. Oh, he needs a big house. Not too bad. So far, everything looks good. Scrap, of course, is our main resource. If we use it up, we won't be able to fabricate or repair anything. So, we'll move Tim over here. And we'll just repair him by 10 just to get him back in the fight. Now we look over here, because this has been used several times, there's a chance at the end of the next mission, if I use it, 17% chance that the module will fail, and then I won't be able to use it again. Now I could repair the upgrade, bring it back down to 0, but then that will just keep going and going up and up. You can also upgrade modules if you want. You can see this has a 2.2% of braking, so don't really need to worry about that just yet. Now we have enough propulsion that I could hit both of these places. You recover propulsion whenever you go into a new system. So we have a 50 versus a 65. Our ship is just a government ship. Hop over here first, and then we'll come back. Everybody good? Again, there is an now the infestation type only tells you the types of enemies, it doesn't tell you how many enemies. Which means that there could be multiple enemies just of that one type. Jeff's gonna be our main guy here. Always like to make sure that there's no additional threats. At least in these first rooms before we start bringing everyone else out. Okay. Alright, so I am going to... So that tells me that there is a threat in that room. I'm going to flag R5 so that I can remember that there is something bad there. Okay, we will navigate 2. The less drones you have moving around, it's just easier to control things. Alright, so... now I know that R4 is clear, and there's only 2 ways in. Ooh. We can do something very special. We have a... oh, the turret actually moves now. If we get into an interface, we can target any enemies who go into this room using the turret. This ship upgrade, we can take this back to our place. Remote power, nice. So now I gave 3 to R4, tow. Gave 1 to R2. 3 to R1. Get around this. Okay, so I need to scan there. The second I see him pop into R4, I'm going to lock him in there. There we go. So hopefully this is free. So we have an interface. So here's where we can use that for some advanced play. Keep hitting space when I'm in tab and tab when I'm in space. Alright, so since Tim has interface 2, I will now give 4 to R5. Interface. Again, we can move the dock. Alright, so what I want to do, he can scan the ship for us, finding additional resources. Now if I activate the defense gun, it will kill anything that goes into that room. Interface list. Alright. Turn it off just to make sure that we don't accidentally blow ourselves up. Okay. Orson's the only one with tow, so now we get 3 to R6. Okay, 1 to 4. Now we get 4 to R1. We get 1 to R2. So I will navigate 2 to R3, pop on the generator there. I want to tell this to dock over here. Navigate 3 to R1. I hear something. Okay, so again, we know that's safe. Now the interface will only scan rooms that are actually getting power. Until I get reroute going, I won't know. I can't do multiple rooms at the time. Oh. There was apparently an enemy in there. Okay. Well, we can deal with him. Unceremoniously, but we can end him very easily. Wait for it. Pop the airlock. Yep. And then quickly close it up. Now, if the hull of the ship isn't sturdy enough, as you got the results at the beginning, it could flood in radiation, causing massive damage. 1, 2, R6. There's only one room left. Okay, so we will send them back. Now, if I wanted to, I could commandeer this ship. Let me see. What was the command to look at a ship again? Was this it? Status. So this ship holds 50, so it doesn't really mean anything for me to take it over. It only has one slot, so we'll just get out. Everything good. Because we found another one. Ian now is upon us, or he's now one of our drones. We can add remote power. So now we have the option to remotely activate power instead of needing a drone to go over to it. Now this is the ship that, if it's possible, I may want to take it over. Roll out propulsion, but that doesn't matter. I wonder why it won't let me go. There we go. Not sure why it wasn't letting me go up and down. Alright. So it would probably make sense to toss out, to move one of these guys in here, because Ian and Tim have more health than Ron and Orson, but it will cost more scrap to get them back. So this is still pretty good. Let's go. You can only have 4 drones on your little access pod at a time. Alright. Again, the game really does a good job of, I think, doing a lot with less. It doesn't need like amazing, very graphically intensive aesthetic when it just does things very well like this. Now then, I can use remote R3 now. Everything is powered. I don't even need to move someone in there. Looks like there is danger for sure in R5. We don't know about R4 though. Oh, there is a terminal though. I'm gonna flag R5 just in case. Alright, this drone is completely busted. We won't be bringing him back on board. But I can take the mine and use that as a weapon. Sorry, Brandon. You're going to the big junkyard in the sky. Okay. Navigate 3 to R3. Oh! That tells me that those 2 rooms must be connected to the left because something just moved in between there. Oh, I gotta do interface 3 because we have 2 interface options. Okay. Alright, so there is a weapon or a turn in R5. So what I can do, I'll kill him. We'll open up D2 because we know there is an enemy moving in and around there. It will go into R5 and hopefully be blasted into little bits. Wait for it. There we go. Oh, it must have walked into the room and got blasted, so now the body is keeping that door open. I only have one gather command right now, it just makes sense just to send Jeff around to do it all. That's it, give me all the scrap. Just to be on the safe side. Alright, the ship should be clean. Oh. Is that what I think it is? No. I thought that was the slime. Okay, so this ship holds more scrap, but it only has 0 upgrade slots, which means that I won't be able to do anything with it on that front. So I think I'm just going to have to let this one go. Type N. And we'll send everyone out. Now, I know it does seem easier now, but that's just because we're in the very first system of a very first restart. It's going to get a lot more challenging. So now here's the entire universe is procedurally, I think it's procedurally generated, so we never know what's going to be in there. As you can see, these are the neighboring systems to Cobalt. So we can look at them to see what to expect. We have a trader, a space station. As you can see, things are getting a lot nastier here. The age basically determines the difficulty. The higher the age, it means it's been around longer, a lot more things have festered in there. Okay, so Auron looks very difficult. Let's go down here. We have some private ships. Ooh. That's a big ship, isn't it? The Grand Fillmore. Mouse. As you can see, now that we are moving outside of this area, it's going to get a lot more dangerous. And then Fumato. Now, Fumato and Mouse both have warp stations, which will let me go to another galaxy. Right now, we only have one system here. So, in order to hit everything, probably the best way to go would be maybe down, up, up, like that. Even though this has more stations, it doesn't mean I can hit them all. As you can see, they're pretty spaced out. But this is even worse, I think. I would love to explore that Grand Fillmore, though, and see what's in there. These are all space stations. Now, because these are space stations, I don't think we can take them over. Let me see. I think we can only take over ships. We do have the means of hopefully dealing with these guys, so I think we'll go down to Horse and maybe work our way around, and then probably have to come back to Fumato. So we will jump. Warp drive activated. We're now here. So the question is, where am I going to go? We have 6 propulsion plus 3 that I got from finding it in the previous, so I really have 9. It's going to take me 4 and then another 4 simply to get back here. So we go 2, 3, 5, 9. We could do that. It would hit the most of this area. I think that may be what we're going to do. want to do a time check here. We're at 30 minutes in. Like I said, I'm trying to experiment with shorter videos, but still do like the same amount of time streaming at night. So I think we'll play like another 30 minutes, and then we'll wrap up this play. For anyone watching live, I will be doing more plays tonight, though. So we'll go to use source. Everything is still looking good. We have room for 2 more drones over here. Now the hull integrity is medium this time, which means there is a chance things could break, radiation could come flooding in, and there's 2 different types of enemies. Alright, looks like we got some story missions unlocked. So this is where things get a little more dangerous. Again, the ships are procedurally generated, so I have no idea what to expect. Now there's an upgrade slot. Unfortunately, it's empty, but that means that if there's more than 2 slots, this could be a ship worthy of taking over. Okay, we will remote R3. Now that's a really good one right here. I can completely scan this ship. So I will navigate 3 to R3, interface 3. Alright, so this terminal doesn't have a turn option. Oh, I'm sorry, it has a turn option, it doesn't have the ship scan. So what I'm going to do... Oh, so we killed enemies in R6, R11, R12, and R14. What that also tells me is that those 4 rooms have gun turrets in them. So, can I flag multiple rooms at the same time? Yes. Thank you, Tim, for putting in these multi-command options. So now I know if I lure an enemy into any one of those rooms, I can kill him. I know R9 is clear. I technically know that R12 is clear, too. Okay. Turn off those defenses. Navigate 3 to R4, interface 3. Oh, need to degauss him again. Do a ship scan here? No. Just because we killed those enemies doesn't mean we've killed them all. But before we do that, 3 to R9, interface 3. Give me a ship scan, please. No. Alright, so I don't know if R5 is clean or not. I know R10 is. So here's the choice I have to make. I could open the door. I could vent the airlock, kill anything that's in there. Take it slow. Take it slow. Ooh, now this is a really good room. Flag R5. 2 upgrades, so that's really good. I'm going to dock at E3. Oh shit. I accidentally hit the wrong command there. But he's still good. He was just disabled, not destroyed. I can make Ron. This is the part that can be a little bit cumbersome. We have to play a little game of drone roulette here. So I will swap with Jeff. And now Orson, my bad. We'll have to drag all these guys back in here. Actually, considering there's 3, I might as well do this manually. Considering all the scrap we have, it shouldn't be too hard repairing everyone. Alright, sorry Jeff, but we'll get you fixed up in a minute. Okay. So where were we? Okay, now we get 4 to A3. Or R1, my mistake. So Ron now is going to be our explorer. So now we get 3 to R9. Close that up. Decals Ron. I know this is clean because the turret blew everything up. I know those rooms are now clean. What is this? A destroyed command console. There we go. So the only rooms that are left, I cannot commandeer because we haven't looked at everything yet. Alright, I want to take a chance. Anybody in here? No. Good. I know that R11 for sure is clean. Now this place has one more ship module. It would make for a good candidate to take over. Oh, there was an enemy. Oh, so it does have one. Don't want to open up that airlock while there's no ship there to cover us. We cannot commandeer a ship until we've been in every room and there are no enemies. What is that noise? Okay, so there were vents. Vents are ways for enemies to move in and out, certain ones. So there was a leaper here. That's that orange thing right here. And a drone. Oh. You can tell a room you haven't been into if there's a dotted line around the interface. So this is the last room. The whole place has now been secured. So as you can see, here's the difference. My old ship holds 50 scrap, has 2 upgrades, 2 upgrade slots I should say, while this ship only holds 45, but has 3, which means I can do more with it in the long run. So I think we're going to commandeer. So we have taken over another ship. What is going on? Okay. So apparently we want to figure out what's happened. We need to find more military vessels and enter them to get some log notes. Now a whole lot happened there. We found Ian, Twiggy, and Cliff, as well as some new upgrades. Sonic. So far we're doing pretty good. Motion will need to be repaired and added soon. Interfaces are doing fine. Alright. Okay. They're all good. And I can hold off repairing those guys. So now we left the Justice Rider there. I have 9 propulsion left, so we can go 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or we just go with the original plan. I think we'll do that because I really want to explore this Grand Fillmore, because this is like a big ship. Let me do a time check. 43 minutes. Alright. So we're going to be moving down here to a private ship. Okay, first we need to... I need to get Jeff back his stuff. I'm also going to move these guys, just so we have them in our storage. We have a mine. I don't need Sonic just yet. Alright, I think we're good. What have we found? So there is a dormant drone. Oh, all those files corrupted. And again, this is where having remote power is really nice. I can simply turn it on there, and we'll have power without needing to use a drone or the generator. Okay, so there's a slot. Huh. Quarantine bypass. This one won't be good for us. It only holds 25, even if it has tons of upgrade slots. While I'm busy staring there, I forgot to see if the rest of the rooms are secured. I know Tim has added in additional sound effects that can pop up. Alright, so... navigate 3 to R3, tow. 2 to R3. We look at the map, those rooms have now been turned on. Let's see what's nearby. I know R6 and R7 are clean, but R5 and that other room we don't know. And because there is 2 infestation types, that guarantee... The hell was that? Damn you, Tim. As I was saying, because we know there are 2 infestation types, we know for sure that there are at least 2 enemies on board this ship. I believe it's time for an emergency. What the hell is that? Can I pick those mines up? Yes. So I'm not sure what's going on. We're going to have to play things a little bit more cautiously. If there is an enemy in R5, it will go up into R4 and hopefully be blown up. If there isn't, I can just pick that mine up and move it around. Sounds like we're safe. Okay, there's a vent. Again, vents mean that certain enemy species can go in there. Oh. So we know for sure there's an enemy down there. Let's give him a surprise, shall we? So whatever was in that room walked in, got blown up by the mine, is now blocking the door. Take that. Again, I have no idea what's in those rooms. We know for sure there's at least one more threat. Remote R2. Can I pick that up? No. Know in a second. Alright, that's clean. Only 2 rooms left. So whoever's in here is either going to be in R10. Okay. Did I forget to pick that up? I may have. Oh, jeez. Hold on, I gotta stop for a second. My heart just skipped. Oh, Tim, you malicious SOB. Oh. Oh, good. Okay, well, Jeff has been killed, unfortunately. And now his body is blocking there. Oh boy. Those leapers, as we call them, can be a major pain in the ass. to see. Anything evil in here? No, there isn't. Boy. Just realized we left those open. I was trying to kill that thing. That will move them over there. What do you have, Ethan? Oh, thank you. Oh, he's got gather. That's good. Sensor is similar to motion. It puts down little drones. Okay. So unfortunately, Jeff is going to be our first casualty. With the quarantine module, we found we can enter ships that have been locked down thanks to it. Okay, now we get 3 to R1. The gather I can replace. Mine was already on its way out, so I'm not too concerned. Alright, goodbye, Jeff. Allows boarding of quarantine ships. We'll leave that off just so I don't risk building it up. We have 3 more left. And then our reserve. Alright. Ian, you're going to be on now. Oh, scan's another really good one. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Orson's going to be our number 1. Ian, you will be... Oh, toe looks like it's getting weaker. But I can build a new toe, so I'm not too concerned. I will take interface off. I'll replace it with scan. This is going to be interesting. I have no means. Yeah, gather, generator. Tow will cost me 10 scrap to build another one. It'll cost me 10 scrap to repair it, so it makes no sense. Thankfully, we have sensor, so we do have one means of seeing if there is trouble. Time-wise, we're doing good. So I think we're going to wrap up after this next one, and I'm going to show you the secret command that Tim put in for me. Alright. Ethan, I'm going to need that sensor. And I will give that to you. We have an interface, we have the tow, generator, good, good, and good. Let's do it. Okay, so we've completed the next part of the quest chain here. So now we need to go to observation and research outposts and possibly find the next part of this quest. Ooh, this looks like it's going to be a big one. So first off, for anyone watching this, either live or recorded, I'm going to show you a secret command. Tim allowed anyone who spoke to Tim, who did like YouTube or Twitch stuff with him, allowed us to put in a special command of our choosing. So if you type in run game-wisdom, you get a little message that I gave Tim to add in there. Nothing too fancy. Unfortunately, I couldn't tell him to put in a command that gives me infinite scrap, but nice little thought. Thank you, Tim. So, where are we? There's the fuel station. Now, with the scan, I can now check rooms for additional scrap. Okay, Jill. Navigate 4203. Scan the room. Now, the ship scan you get from interfacing also works on the same principle. Okay, navigate 4 to R1. I'm going to put down my sensor drone now. And the sensor drone essentially gives us a way of checking for danger without sending in our big drones. So first, close A1. I'm going to put down a sensor. Now that will keep checking. If something moves into that room, it should tell me. Sensor cannot be retrieved. So now if I open up D28, if there is a threat in R2, the sensor drone will pick it up. We unfortunately have to go slower now since I lost motion. Actually, while we're waiting... Oh, wait, what happened? Alright, so there was a threat now in that room. And hopefully it's been contained. Meanwhile, Jill, you have a lure and a sonic. I hope this room is clean. Unfortunately, I have no offensive modules, so I can't directly attack anything. Okay, there's an additional propulsion. Now remember, this said Infestation 2, so there's probably one more enemy nearby. The question, though, is where? Take a chance. Alright, so I know that is clean. Okay, 1, 2, or 4. If that other room, AR5, is clear, I may put something in there. And I think I'm going to kill two birds with one stone. We'll lock this down. Alright, this is going to be a little risky. Even though the room may be small, it doesn't mean there can't be a threat in there. Docket A2. So let's see. D31. Anything in here? Okay. Well, this is actually good for me. I left R7 open. If the enemy goes into that room... Hey! Alright, so we know whoever's in R3 is dead. The problem is... I don't know if I kill what was ever in that room. Well, now we need to wait and see. Oh boy. That ain't good. And that is our cue to leave. That's what happens if you open up the airlock too many times. The whole place is flooding with dangerous radiation. We gotta get out of here. We did complete the other objective. And I think we'll call it for this play. Again, I'm going to try to keep these to about an hour. Let's see. We really need to get lucky and get at least one offensive module here. Or something like stealth, motion, or a actual sensor drone that we can move around with. That's not going to do it. That's why you also need to be really careful with opening up the airlocks. Alright, so for anyone watching this live, we're going to wrap it up here, but I'm not done for the night playing. I'll be back in a few minutes with another game. For those of you who've been enjoying this on YouTube, thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Of course, leave a comment if you want to see more. Check out game-wisdom.com, where I examine the art and science of games. Subscribe on Twitch and Twitter under GW Bycer to get the latest updates when content goes live, as well as random thoughts from me throughout the day. And you can find me on Patreon under Game Wisdom, and any donations would be greatly appreciated in order to keep things running along, and I'm going to keep putting out great content. As I said, for anyone watching this on Twitch, give me about 5 minutes. I'll be back with another play. For you folks on YouTube, we're going to end things here. Thanks for watching, and see you all next time.